Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live.
How it takes. Yeah, I question it. Can you give me space? With no funny shit.
What's up, Brandon? What's up, Brittany? What's up, Vlad?
Baby, you say I'm your everything. How would it take? Yeah, I question it. Can you give me space?
Everybody get in here. Everybody get in here.
No funny shit. Baby, you say
What's good, everybody?
I'm your everything.
Y'all miss me? It's been a couple days.
They gon' try to stop you when you grow.
Y'all miss
They
me?
gon'
It's been a
try to
couple
fuck
days.
up on your flow. The niggas always mad when you blow. And that's how you motherfucking know. You a king, you a queen.
What's up?
What I'm after, we a team. And we ain't gotta be blind.
Listen, man, today's live isn't a teaching live. Today's live is like, I got a fucking message for you. Like, you're gonna be like, damn, I needed to hear that shit. Listen, man, I don't know what it is, but it's a lot. You know, Scorpio season, this always happens during Scorpio season. And I'm so excited to talk about it with y'all because I feel like a lot of y'all need to hear this. My hair, I literally just got out the shower and washed my hair. So if my hair is looking kind of like not all the way formed, it's not. It has to still dry. It has to still dry. But it's all good. I'm excited for today's live, honestly. Cooking soon. Yes, I actually started back cooking these past couple of days. I had took a break from cooking. It was just so much. So first of all, I just want to say I'm thankful that all of y'all are here watching today's live. I feel like I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to hear. And I feel like you might just be like, damn, I didn't know I was going through that. You know, or damn, I didn't know that that's what was happening. Or it's like, you know, I have a way of perfectly explaining things in such a great way where you're just able to comprehend it in such a simple way. You feel me? So the first thing that I want to say is that I've been recognizing lately a lot of fake friends or a lot of people who are not in alignment with you have been starting to get like literally separated or split out your life. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me go ahead and record this. Let me do my little sound bowl. Before we even get started, let me do my sound bowl. When I hit this sound bowl, somebody said, did you used to work in Aventura? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I used to work at the mall when I didn't blow up on fucking social media and shit. And I used to walk around Aventura always telling people, I'm a rapper, I'm an artist, I'm about to blow up, I'm about to da-da-da-da. So whoever you are, did I work with you or something? Oh, I did work with you. See, nigga, I told you y'all remember when I used to tell you that shit? I used to tell you that. And look what happened. Look what happened. Look what happened. Okay. I used to tell y'all niggas at my job, hey man, I'm for to do this and this and that. I used to tell y'all niggas. Anyways, let's get into it. All right, you ready? I'm about to hit this sound bowl. All I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath before we even get started. Somebody said, that's crazy. Good to see you still going. Thank you so much for the support, man. You make beats, DM me. If you make beats, DM me because I saw your thing, your bio. Your camera nice as fuck. Are you using OBS Streamlabs? All right, y'all. Let's get into it. All right, before we start answering questions because I know y'all about to have me on a rampant. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this sound bowl. All I want you to do is take a deep breath. The reason why we're doing this sound bowl is to make sure that the energy gets into alignment with what we're going to talk about. I want to make sure that we're protected when we're receiving these messages. And I also want to make sure that the right people are in here, you know. So when I hit this sound bowl, all I want you to do is just take a deep breath. All right? 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath. and out. You should feel your body literally relaxing. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. And relax. One more time. Breathe in. That one was different. Breathe out. Wow, that calmed me down so much, y'all. Listen, I got incense in the back here. Like, I want y'all to know, before I came onto this live, I really set intentions. Like, I really made sure that my energy was good. I was clean. I made sure my hair was done. I made sure, like, and I journaled right before I got on this live. Like, I just wanted to make sure that when I come on this live, I come from a clear place. I come from a heartfelt place. I come from a place that's just like real and authentic, and not here to just run up some views or just, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's one reason why I don't go live every day. There have been times where I've gone live every day, but I don't go live every day because it's not about a view or money. And I do that specifically so I don't feed into that. You feel me? Like, that's why you may not see me on here for a couple days at a time. And it's because I am a spiritual being before I'm a working person. Does that make sense? I'm a creative. I'm someone, like, a lot of y'all didn't see me on live. And the reason why, and I want y'all to listen to this, is because when you are doing something that takes a lot of energy from you, or when you're creating, or when you're creative, or you do something within your purpose and your passion, you have to make sure that you have enough time to pour into yourself. I've noticed that if the money is right enough, some people will neglect themselves. If the money is right enough, some people will neglect themselves. And me personally, I've never been the type of person to be okay with neglecting self, or neglecting my health, neglecting what's good for me. I've never been that type of person, right? And I recognize that a lot of y'all don't give yourself leeway to rest. A lot of y'all don't give yourself leeway to love on yourself. A lot of y'all don't give yourself leeway for yourself. You make yourself feel like you have to work. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. Let me tell you something. Even if you work a job, I want you to always prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself. If you know for a fact, because some of y'all may think, no, I got to hustle every day. I got to hustle every day. Listen, you can hustle. But all I'm going to say is your hustle is not going to be high quality if you're tired, if you're drained, if you're not loving on yourself. So yeah, go hustle. Go hustle. You're not feeding into yourself. So it's not like the thing that you want, you're going to get great results out of it, especially when you're not at a good place. And that's something that I recognize. I started to value being in a high energy over being here every day. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I say this is because I'm not an athlete. I'm not a person where it's like I need to show up regardless. Like, my work is very spiritual work. My work is very mental work. My work is very energy work. And if the energy isn't together, you're not going to really get results. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but it may be time for you to take some time to get your energy together. It may be time for you to take some time to get yourself together, to get your space cleansed. A lot of y'all, your space, it's not clean. And then you wonder why you have all these cluttering thoughts. You're having all these cluttering thoughts because you have clutter around you in your physical realm. Let me tell you something. Promote your shit in here one more time and I'm going to block the fuck out of you. Promote your shit in here one more time, I'm going to block the fuck out of you. You will never see my content ever again. I swear to fucking God. Stop promoting y'all shit on my shit. Y'all think y'all slick. Nobody's going to watch your shit. Nobody's going to watch your shit, especially when you're playing cheap games like that. Nobody's going to watch your shit. All my fans, all my supporters, all my people don't watch their shit if they come in here. The fuck? Don't fucking ways. Let's get into the live, everybody. I need everybody I need everybody to go ahead and drop some fire emojis, because let me tell y'all something. I got a message for y'all today. Y'all are going to love today's message. Like, when I tell you, my spirit has been like thinking about a certain couple of topics these past couple of days, and I feel like y'all are really going to benefit from what I have to talk about. You get what I'm saying? Somebody said, be humble, girl. The drop will be hard. No. Let's look up humble, actually, since you're uneducated. You know what I'm saying? Let's look up humble, actually. Let's look up humble, actually, because you know what? If I ever dropped off, it was because I was being humble. Let's get into this. I love this. We're already starting. Let's get into it. And let me tell you something. This is exactly why I'm about to tell y'all what I need to talk about today. And we're talking about getting rid of certain people, right? Okay. All right. So look. Let's look into it, okay? Since motherfuckers want to try and humble me. Let's get into it, okay? Number 1. What does humble mean? Humble means of low social, administrative, or political rank. Having or showing a modest estimate of one's value or importance. There's nothing modest about me. See, and I'm so glad we started with that. I might have to stand up a little bit. I'm so glad we started with that. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Oh, I love this. I'm about to eat y'all all up right now. For my supporters, this is for you. For those of you who know who I am, where I come from, this is for you. Let me tell you something. The biggest fall off I've ever had in my life. And listen, this is not a crash out. This is literally for you to, like, this is for you, my love. The times where I went through the most traumatic things in my life was when I did not know my value, or I did not value myself, and I played humble. Now, a lot of you guys know my story. I've had people try to do witchcraft on me. I've had people try to destiny swap with me. And let me tell you something. Every time that shit happened to me was because I was not standing up for myself. It was because I was being humble. You see, let's talk about it. Humble also means to submit. It also means to submit. Right? It says right here, reflecting, expressing, or offered in a spirit of deference or submission. Let me tell you something. I'm an Aries moon. If you know what I'm talking about, you know I'm an Aries moon. I'm a Scorpio sun. Let me tell you something. Fuck being humble. And take this from the person who was one of the most humblest people you could ever meet. I thought I should be happy to be everywhere. I thought I should be happy to be in this person's presence. Let me tell you something. Let me get to my point. Let me just get to my point. Being humble is not great. It's not good. It's not what you think it is. Being humble, when people try to tell me to be humble, I already know that it's more about you than it is about me, than it is about you. When people tell you to be humble, I want you to know that a lot of times it's because the way that you carry yourself is a little too much for them, or they don't have the balls to do what you're doing. So they're telling you to be humble because they think that how much you're being grandiose is actually wrong. They think that being grandiose or big is wrong. They think that being grandiose and big is wrong. So what they do is they be humble. So they tell you, you should not be big. You should be humble. But look, being humble means, look. This is from the dictionary, Merriam-Webster.com. So when you tell me to be humble, this is what you're telling me to do. You're telling me not to be costly, not to be luxurious. You're telling me to be insignificant. I wish I could zoom in on this shit. You're telling me to be submissive. You're telling me to not be proud, not arrogant or assertive. So you want me to submit. Listen, let me tell you something. When you start to love yourself and you start to really fuck with yourself, you stop letting these bots play this type of mind game on you. A lot of y'all don't even realize that you don't love yourself the way you should be because of people like that who tell you to be humble. And let me tell you something too, right? There was a point in my life, I was 21 years old, right? I made good money, right? But when I was 21 years old, I had just blown up and I had just started making good money for the first time, right? Now, mother, I know if you're watching this, you're probably watching this. This is no disrespect. My mother is very supportive, but I'm going to show you how sometimes your family and your friends cannot be comfortable. And remember, this live on YouTube is called Fake Friends, and this TikTok is just, if you see this, I attracted you. Let me tell you something. When I first was on TikTok, I want y'all to listen to this because this is about you. When I first was on TikTok and I was trying to grow my followers, I think I had just hit 100K or whatever. My mom had got mad at me because she was like, you're not washing the dishes. You're not doing nothing. Like, you just sit around here. You just be on TikTok. And I'm like, I'm just trying to work on my career. I'm just trying to do this, trying to do that. She's like, but you're not making no money. You're not making no money. And she got mad at me. And I was like, okay. Now, obviously, I understand where she was coming from. But in that moment, it broke me. It hurt me. It hurt me because it made me feel like I didn't have no worth, right? And then that day I got on live and I started selling my necklaces and I made $800 in one day for the first time, right? And let me tell you something. When I started making money from that point on, I would come home with bags and my family members would look a little funny, like, what? Like, what? Now, understand, I don't think that they really was jealous or anything. I just think that they're thinking this girl just be home smoking on the internet and she able to go buy her this and this and that. And she's not doing what we have. She don't have to work a job. My sister was like, my family is very supportive. I want y'all to know this, but you got to understand that when you start breaking the mold of how people used to see you, and when you start showing up as that big version of yourself, you start making money, you start making shit shake, you start being different than who you once was, you start getting motion, people got to learn how to adjust to that version of you. This real talk, bruh. And this is something that I had to recognize. People got to adjust to that version of you. My sister was hounding my mom, tell her to get a job, tell her to get a job, tell her to get a job. Now, again, remember I told you my mom believed in me. My mom was like, leave her alone, let her do what she got to do. But, of course, she started feeling her own stress. I guess she was, she paying the bills or whatever. So she took it out on me. She was like, you're not making no money. You're not this and this and that. This was like 2020, y'all, COVID time. So it was hard. I'm like, I'm not making no money at the time. I love to make music. I refuse to get a job. You see, the guy who worked with me just hopped on the guy who used to work with me just hopped on my TikTok live and was like, yo, you really doing it. That's crazy. I remember. So I'm trying to paint y'all a whole picture how being humble ain't gonna get you out of where you are. Being humble is only gonna get you being an employee for more people. I've never seen successful people that are super humble. And if you think that they're super humble, they're probably graceful. There's a difference. There's a difference. When you say humble, that means that you don't want me to talk about myself. You don't want me to pop my shit. You don't want me to compliment myself. You don't want me to love on myself loud and proud because you're uncomfortable with doing that. They're uncomfortable with doing that. Somebody said, I remember when you worked for Stormy, now you blown up. Baby, let me tell you something, Rachel. I was blown up before I worked for Stormy, and that's why Stormy wanted to work for me. That's why Stormy wanted me to work with her. And then another thing, too, I keep telling y'all, just because we're not going to get to that. Anyways, I'm not even going to talk about that. Fuck that. Anyways, the reason why I'm bringing this up was that day that my mom told me, you don't have no money, you don't have this, don't have that. I got on live and I made $800 and that was the first time I ever did that. And I was like, wow, look at what I'm doing, right? Now, let me tell you, okay? So what then started to happen was I started to, somebody said, did you give your mom money? I was not in a place to give my mom money at the time. Nobody was giving her money. She was just paying her bills. She wouldn't even take money from me for real. Because I was at a point where I just got to college. I was just starting to build myself up. She see my music is doing something. But you know how parents get. Parents can support you, but when things start to get stressful onto them, they can lash out on you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said when you started getting money, I mean, yeah, I took my mom shopping. I will always like send my mom, hey mom, here's something to go eat. Here's $400. Take this. Here's that. Here's that. Here's that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You feel me? But let me get to the point. So then I ended up working with this millionaire. Fuck the millionaire. The millionaire don't even matter. Regardless, I was making my own money because of my business, right? Let me tell you how life worked. When I started making so much money, right? And I want y'all to understand that this is not my family's fault. When I started making so much money, everybody in my family was excited about it at first, right? But then when I started getting in new environments with millionaires and seeing how they carry themselves and seeing how they don't accept certain things, when I came home with that certain mentality, they was not fucking with me. They started feeling like, oh, you're becoming evil. I don't even know who you are anymore. I don't even know this and this and that, this and this and that. And my thing is just like, I'm still the same person, but now that I'm carrying myself at a higher regard, I'm not telling you to carry yourself the way I carry myself. But when I started carrying myself at a higher regard, maybe she'll be like, here, I cooked this. You want this? And I'll be like, nah, I'm not really eating that no more. I'm not eating pork. I'm not eating this no more. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, my bad. Like, you done got around them and now you don't da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, damn. You get what I'm saying? And that's how it used to be. And that's why I say sometimes it may take time for people to get adjusted to who you are. But let me explain to you, because this isn't about bashing my family or nothing like that. But let me explain to you why certain people could have these type of expressions towards you. So my father growing up came from Jamaica. Y'all know how Jamaicans are. Came to Miami and built a business. Put $30,000 down for his Porsche, put $20,000 for my mom's Porsche. He was living good. He got a big ego and he was arrogant and he cheated and he traumatized my mom to the point that my mom was so scared that I was becoming my father. But let me tell you something. You are not anybody's trauma. You are not this person. You are not this person. You are not this mistake. People have been afraid of me being my biggest self because of the traumas that they went through with people who was covering their insecurity with their ego. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I bring all this up is because for so long, I thought it was bad to love on myself because of somebody else. Because of somebody else's projection, because of somebody else's insecurity, because of somebody else's trauma. So some people will try to humble you out of their own insecurity, out of their own projections, out of their own trauma. And then I recognized how, because my mom kept saying, don't be like your daddy. Don't be like your daddy. Don't be like your daddy. I was so afraid of being like my father that I purposely rebelled away from loving myself. When you're taught that it's bad to talk about your wins, when you're taught that it's bad to express yourself, to be big, some of y'all are Leos. Some of y'all are meant to have a big personality. You weren't lying. I was in live yesterday with only 90 viewers and you said you'd have more tomorrow, 300. It's because it's energy. It's energy. But now let's get back to what I was talking about, because quite frankly, and I want you to feel me when I say this, I don't know why this is making me emotional. And this is from the heart. This is from the heart. I need you to know, my love, there is nothing wrong with loving yourself loud and motherfucking proud. Okay? You are a great person. You don't mean no harm when you love on yourself. You're not the type of person where you try to bring people down to make yourself feel better. So why are you telling yourself you need to be humble? You need to be modest. You need to play small. You can't be a supporter of mine talking about we playing small. You can't be a supporter of mine. You cannot say, I watch Sticks, I watch Ori, and you talking about being humble, because If you watched me long enough, you will know that being humble almost made me lose my destiny. And I'm telling you this because a lot of y'all may think being humble may not cost you anything, but it'll cost you everything. Because you'll walk in every room as if you are lucky to be there, when in reality, there are some rooms that they should be lucky to have you. And when you walk into every room as if you're lucky to be there, you don't have no room to negotiate your price. Because you don't think you're the commodity. You think that you are lucky. You think you are lucky to be here, when in reality, if it wasn't for you, this room wouldn't have gotten built. Sometimes, let me tell you something. In order to be a leader, sometimes you have to make people an example. In order to be a leader, sometimes you have to teach people how to respect you, and that's not always going to be pretty. We have to stop thinking that spirituality is just love and light and always nice and positivity. Sometimes the positive thing to do is to check someone about your boundaries. And then watch how more you love yourself based off of how much you protect yourself. You see, you have to be like a mother protecting its cubs when it comes to you. I don't play about me. I need everybody to comment that I don't play about me. I need everybody to comment that right now. I do not play about me. Because some of y'all be playing about you. You see how we done spent 30 minutes all because somebody told me to be humble. That's how much I had to give you a whole presentation on how much I don't fuck with your comment. You see, but let me tell you something. The version of me a year ago would feel mean for saying that. The version of me a year ago would feel mean for checking you about telling me to be humble. But guess what? The version of me a year ago was getting played by people, was getting mistreated by people, because I didn't understand that sometimes you don't need to be nice. You need to be a little mean. You get what I'm saying? You, like, for example, if somebody comes at you with a weapon, you're going to be like, please, just don't hurt me. Don't this. No, you got to lock in and be like, what's up? What you trying to do? You got to dodge. Not only, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I'm not a please don't hurt me kind of person. I'm a, what's up? What you trying to do? I'm a what's up, what you trying to do type of person. Because I tried to be the don't hurt me type of person. But let me tell you something. When you're like, don't hurt me, you're amazing, you're this, I want you to know the whole world will walk over you because it's human nature. If you don't know about psychology, let me teach you something about psychology. Okay? The number one thing, if you make yourself submissive, it's naturally going to make the other person a predator, regardless of how nice the other person is. If you are soft and easy to walk over, the person will walk over you regardless of how nice they are, because it's human nature. If you're going to act like the prey, the person is naturally going to assume an aggressive role. That's just how it is. If you're a pushover, the weakest kid will try to beat you up. Because it's human nature. You're going to play when you're going to be like, what you going to do? What you going to... It's just human nature. That's why you have to learn how to stand up for yourself. But one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of y'all feel guilty for standing up for yourself. And that's something we need to work on. You cannot afford to feel guilty for protecting you. You shouldn't feel guilty for protecting you. You should never feel guilty. I mean, obviously, like, don't go extreme, check them, but you should never feel guilty when someone provokes you and you respond. And that's something that people will do to you. People will provoke you. And then once you respond, once you protect yourself, once you check them, then they will literally try to make you seem like the bad guy. You get what I'm saying? They will make you, when you know you're a good-hearted person, you don't need to pretend or act like I'm nice. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? You don't have to do that when you know you're a kind person. You feel me? My girl sometimes be getting mad when I don't want to share shit with her. My girl sometimes be getting mad when I want to share shit with her. My girl, she yaps. She just say shit. Like, she the type of person when she say shit she don't even mean. She be like, you selfish. I be like, Nigga, ain't you wearing my hoodie right now? Fuck you mean I'm selfish because I don't want to let you use my skincare. You feel me? But if I would have let her make me believe I was selfish and I would have been like, okay, all right, you would use it, she would have her way. She'll have her way. But I gotta be like, nigga, don't call me selfish. Fuck is you talking about? And then I'll be like, girl, going on with that. And guess what? She don't use my shit. I'm happy. She forgets about it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, all right, you can have your way here. You could use it. And then 2-3 hours later, I'm still thinking about that shit, man. Like, fuck, bro. Like, damn, she used my skincare. And she all like, ha, 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 I got my way. I got what I want. I got what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling y'all this because a lot of y'all let people get their way and you still sulking about it. And they just like, oh, got my way. Not worried about it. I'm telling y'all, man. Thank you. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see the gifts. Thank you, Donate, for the king, for the rose. Thank you, Guapo, for the rose. Thank you, Donate, for the mail, for the lightning, for the heart. Thank you, Hey You, for the lightning. Thank you, Tuti. Thank you, Light Being. Thank you for your fave, Taurus. Thank y'all for the gifts. Y'all know I always appreciate that shit. Thank you, Naimai, for the gifts. Thank y'all so much for the gifts, man. But honestly, I just had to come on here and speak facts. Another thing that I wanted to talk about too was the fact that I was supposed to be in Atlanta. I was supposed to be in Atlanta yesterday, today, and leaving tomorrow night, right? And something in my spirit was like, it's not right. And then I got a confirmation from my ancestors like, no, you're not supposed to go. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because friends. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about friends. Thank you, Baltimore baby, for the gift. We're going to talk about friends. Let me tell you something. A lot of y'all be wondering why shit be falling out when you try to do shit with certain people or certain friends, or the plans keep canceling. You need to check in with your ancestors. Your ancestors may be saying they don't like you being with that person. And I recognize that, like, my spirit will genuinely not like certain people. And I'll try to still make it work. I'll try to still be nice. No, let me tell you something. You got people who will come into your life. You have people who will come into your life and purposely try to copy everything you do. They will come take inspiration. They will come. Thank you, Nine for the apple. They will come take inspiration. They will come take things from how you do shit. They will come and they will literally suck up all your energy, your charisma, and try to be you. Some people you are not meant to be coming in contact with because they ain't shit. They don't deserve to be around your presence. And you so nice. You're so fucking nice. You'll give them your energy. Thank you, Yvette, for the rose. You're so nice. Man, fuck that. Some of y'all, it's time for y'all to go back into isolation for a little bit. Not long. If you're here, you know if you need to go in there for a while, like a month. But I feel like some of y'all need to go into isolation for like 2-3 days, maybe a weekend, to get yourself together. Because, yesterday, I got on live yesterday and I recognized that a lot of y'all, your brain is everywhere. Your brain is scattered. You have so many ideas that's here. You don't know how to act on them. It's so much going on in this head of yours, and you don't really feel prepared for life. You don't feel prepared for the day. You don't feel prepared for the moment. Like, you just feel out of whack. You don't feel prepared. And this is why I'm telling you, do you feel like you didn't go because of a person or what was going on? Something feels off. I feel like it was both. I feel like it was two things. Y'all don't know the people, but I feel like it was two. I felt like, one, I recognized that some of the people that I thought I was finna go link with, I just recognized how they not really my friend. They're not really cool with me. And what I want to tell you is that some people could recognize that you are so ahead of the curve. And I'm a really vent to y'all and tell y'all what it is. And y'all gonna be like, damn, Ori, that's exactly what I'm going through. Let me tell you something that I've recognized, okay? And y'all tell me if this resonates for you. I've recognized that me as a person, my spirit, my intuition always knows what's the next trend, what's the next thing, what's the next energy. Like something about you, you got your own aura, you got your own energy, you got your own thing where it's like you always have a new style that comes out. And what I've realized is that these people can recognize how forward thinking we are. Especially if you have Aquarius placements, you're able to be ahead of the curve. You're able to know, oh, this is about to be popping in 2 years. I'm gonna get in on that. Like a lot of y'all, especially if you're creative, you know what's the next thing that's gonna pop. I'm a person that knows how to go viral. I know how to go viral. And what I recognized was that, you know, like I've had old people that I was doing content with. And I recognize that these people will take your ideas. These people will like literally try to steal your energy and your creative flow. And I was like, you know what? The reason why I didn't go was because I felt like if I would have went to Atlanta, my momentum would have stopped. Thank you, Nene, for the roads. Thank you, Miss Toya. I felt like my momentum would have stopped. And my thing is just like, I booked this trip to help me with more momentum, but the day before my energy not feeling right. So let me tell you something. The reason why I needed to stay to myself for the next couple of days was because when God is giving you an idea, you need to honor it. It's like a baby. When you have a baby in your stomach, you don't just go out and about. You don't just go drinking. You don't just go hanging around anybody. You don't. When you have a baby, you're very selective about the energy that you entertain. So what I recognized was, and y'all run up the likes, man, we should be at 100K by now. Come on, it's 300 of y'all. It's 300 of y'all. What I recognized was that I needed to be by myself in order to ground this idea in. You see, and this is how I want to explain it to y'all. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, she wrapped it up perfectly. I'm about to wrap it up. A lot of y'all have manifested something within the past couple of months. And you have to understand that your manifestation, it can come as the thing itself, or it can come as an idea that you have to act on, which is a baby. And what I'm recognizing is in the month of November, in Scorpio season, I'm starting to notice that there are a lot of things that are dying and being reborn again that you really have to nurture. This is a sensitive energy time, and you shouldn't just be around anybody that you can tolerate. See, that's my thing. I refuse to be around people that I have to tolerate. And you have no clue how many people have been trying to tell me, you got to network, you got to this, you got to that, you got to this. But how come when I network, it always leaves me 6 steps back than what I was when I first walked into this collaboration? Why is that? Why is that? Let me tell you something. Some of y'all don't need a lot of people around you. Some of y'all get more distracted the more people are around you. Some of y'all, the more people around you, the less you do. What's my human design? I'm a generator. People tell me all the time, just see it through. Fuck that. Whenever people people tell me see it through, this is for me though. When people tell me see it through, it never. And I'm not going to say that networking doesn't work for me. I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is that the idea that people make you think that you cannot succeed without networking is far wrong. And the reason why I say this is because it depends on your industry too. A lot of people know you're going to be the next big thing. A lot of people know you're going to be famous. A lot of people know you're going to be wealthy. A lot of people know you're going to be rich. And some people aren't really pouring in like you think. Some people are just waiting for it to happen, so they're around. And if they're waiting for it to happen and they're around, that means that they're sucking energy. They're not giving any. It's like they want to ride your coattail. And I want you to understand, not everybody's like this. Don't have a black and white type of mentality where it's like, Ori said, I don't need to network, so I'm not gonna. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just here to tell you that that is not the key. That's not the key. We got the internet nowadays. I'm sorry. We got the internet nowadays. So what that means is that you're able to build up your own following, your own platform by yourself with you and just a phone. Let me tell you the people you should be networking with and the people you should be working with. The people you hire. That's the people you hire. The people you hire. You feel me? And sometimes I feel like I tried to work with people because people tried to tell me you need to work with people, and all it did was hurt me. And let me tell you why I think it didn't work. I think it didn't work because I was listening to other people. I think if I genuinely wanted to work with someone, it would have worked. But when people tell me that this is what I need to do, it doesn't work for me. Some of y'all are the type where you gotta go do what you say you need to do. You're not meant to listen to other people, especially if you have Aquarius placements. I've recognized that whenever I listen to other people trying to tell me how I should succeed, it never worked. It never worked. You got to know your strengths. You got to know where you good at. You got to know what works for you and focus on that. Not everybody's going to understand. Not everybody's going to understand. And that's one thing I had to understand is that I am meant to take an unconventional route, which means that a lot of people are going to disagree with me in the beginning. A lot of people are going to disagree with me in the beginning, and that's completely fine. Let them disagree with you. Let them disagree with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just recognize that. And then another thing I want to tell you is them little friends you got. Because that's really what I wanted to talk about. Even the people you hire, though, Selena can that's because she hired a fan. Like, the lady was literally a part of her fan club. Why the fuck are you hiring a fan for work? It's too much bias. It's too much emotions involved. That's the problem right there. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about today was the fake ass friends that you got. Them friends that's not evolving. Them friends that's not doing shit. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I have a friend that I love. But it just seemed like shit just don't go right for her. It just seemed like shit just don't go right for her. And it's like, sometimes I wonder if I should just take a step back. You know, I can't. For some reason, my spirit won't let me take a step back because I feel like I'm supposed to be there for her. But what I know is that I can't be with this person every day. I can't be with this person every day because let me tell you something. As much as we may want to make it seem like life is just unfair to this person, it's not. No, it's not. People make decisions. Those decisions lead to outcomes. People have mindsets. They said you are supposed to help them. And what happens when you try to help them and they still don't do what you tell them to do that will help them? What happens when you try to help someone, you try to tell them, hey, can you do this, this will help you, and they don't do it, then what? Then what? Now, a lot of y'all probably listening to me and trying to, give me advice or whatever. But this is actually you. A lot of y'all got friends that's not trying to do shit to help themselves. They are comfortable with their fucked up little lives. They're comfortable with their fucked up little home, their fucked up little way of living, and they don't care to change it. Comfortable in your shit. Let me tell you something. One thing about me, I'm gonna have to love you from afar. I'm gonna have to love you from afar because you're not, some people don't take it as a serious matter. Time is passing and you have not done shit to get yourself elevated. You're doing the same shit every day and nothing is changing. You're doing the same shit every day and nothing is changing. At what point will you say, you know what? I need to change this shit up. Like, it's some people that, and I don't give a fuck. Listen, man, everybody is on their journey. Everybody is on their journey. But what I recognized is that some people don't want it as bad as they say they want it. That means that a part of you love where you are. A part of you is addicted to where you are. Because you won't do what you need to do. Now, this is a different friend, but I'm going to expose my friend a little bit. I'm not going to say her name. But my friend, if you're watching this, you know I've been talking to you about this. Oh, I got another friend too. She's starting to do what she needs to do, but I'm about to tell you. I have friends that see what I do, and they're like, man, I want to buy this. I want to buy me a car. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I'll give them my whole rundown of how I do shit. Post at this time, post this many times a day, post on this platform. Hey, yo, this platform is giving out free money if you do this and this and that. Oh, all right, bet. I'm going to do it. Oh, you right. Say less. I'm locked in. I link back up with them 2 days later. Hey, yo, did you hit that? Did you do that? What I was telling you to do? Oh, nah, I got caught up with da-da-da-da-da. What the fuck could be more important than doing something that could get you out of the situation that you've been complaining to me about? What the fuck could be more important? And then it's like, are you not valuing this because I'm giving it to you for free right now? And we in the car and you think I'm just yapping? That's the thing that I don't like about when you got certain friends. Some of them friends will get so comfortable with you that they don't take what you say serious no more. A prophet is not respected in his own home. You think I'm just yapping. You think I'm just doing that shit I do on TikTok. I'm just flipping hula hoops and I'm just doing the shit I do on TikTok. I'm not just yapping. I know the game. I know what I'm doing. Like, and then that's when I started to realize you really create your own life. I'm not the friend to be like, you gotta really like, no, I'm like, yo, bro, I told you, da-da-da-da-da. So look, I told my friend, I said, yo, YouTube right now is really easy to grow on. Go on YouTube, go live, post it. I helped her edit. Y'all, I helped her. I took time out my fucking day. I edited the whole video for her out. I showed her. I said, hey, look, this is how you do it. Put it here, crop it here, cut it this, cut it that, cut it this. She posted this on YouTube. She only got like 10 subscribers. I said, you need 50 subscribers to be able to go live on YouTube. Once you go live on YouTube, you'll be able to get hella viewers and shit like that because YouTube is giving. She does the video. The video does 380 something likes. Mind you, she only got 10 subscribers. That's really good, right? For the first time, this is why I say I know what I'm doing. This is the first time we did this. The first video I make, it gets numbers. I'm not an Aries. The first video we make, it gets numbers. 2 weeks pass by. Hey girl, did you post any more videos? Oh, nah, I think I just need your help to edit videos. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm not going to walk you through every fucking thing. At what point will you want it enough to start just doing random shit? To just start touching it, just start doing something. When I first started making videos, I did not know what to do. I did not know what went viral. I did not know what works. I did not know. I just started throwing shit at the wall, and that's the problem. That's the problem. Some of y'all want people to do the work for you. You don't want it bad enough, bro. And that shit be pissing me off. Because if you need somebody to show you every little thing, you are an employee. If you need somebody to show you every little thing, you are an employee. And then you know what happens? The same people that watched you grow and watched you make millions will say you didn't even help them. I had a friend. I cut him off. I had a friend. I gave him a laptop. I was about to give him a camera, but something told me, don't give him that fucking camera. He's not going to do shit with it. I gave him a laptop. I let him rent out my car. He wasn't even paying the full bill on the car. I put him in front of my followers. I taught him how to open up his website. Then had the nerve to say, you don't do nothing for me. I could get it off the internet. The reason why I'm telling you this is because you need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on yourself. A lot of y'all keep trying to play savior. Y'all trying to play savior to people that once you save them, they gonna say they did it by themselves. And then here you are afraid to be a little selfish. Here you are afraid to be like, no. Afraid to say no. As if that yes is going to give you more happiness. That yes is going to give you more problems. This is another reason why you don't charge cheap for your products. When you charge cheap prices for your products, you get people who feel like they should get more for the price that they pay. Giving something to someone for free is way more expensive than you think because it's going to cost you your peace of mind. Giving something to someone for free will cost you way more than you think. It will give you your peace of mind. Now, let me tell you something else. I'm going to give you another example, right? I want y'all to listen to me because this is real life scenarios. But if you're around the wrong people, they will try to demonize you and make you feel like you're an evil person or you're a mean person, right? Now, Shauna, if you're in here, I told you, DM me on Instagram, right? Okay, so look, let me break something down too, right? And this shit may sound mean. Just listen to me. Somebody came on my live, cashed at me $28 for a reading, right? Now I want y'all to understand. Listen to me because I'm breaking something down. When I do readings on live, I'm doing it for a cheaper price. So I already know you may get some, whenever you start doing things for a cheaper price, and that can mean energy, that can mean transactions. If you're giving some love to someone, and they don't even call you to listen to you, that means that you're giving something to someone for cheap. You're giving your energy to someone for cheap. She paid me $28 on Cash App. I gave everyone a direction. Hey, make sure you put your birthday in the Cash App. So that way I can just read your birthday off of the Cash App. I don't need to look for your comments. I have a lot of people on my live now. Okay. So what that means is that if you comment, I may not see it. It may not even show up. Right. So Shauna didn't put her birthday in my, this was her first time coming on my live, y'all. So this is not the blaster, but this is just to show you how you should carry yourself about certain things. I'm not telling you to be a mean girl, but sometimes you have to be a mean girl. Okay. All right. So what ended up happening was I didn't get to her birthday because she sent me a Cash App with no birthday in it. So I couldn't do it. I got off of the live, right? Shauna DMs me that day and it's like, hey, I didn't get my birthday. Do you think you give it to me, right? First of all, on TikTok, I can't send no voice memo. I'm not for to type all that up because guess what? When you start building businesses, let me teach y'all something. When you start building businesses, when you start being an entrepreneur, when you start having a lot of responsibilities, you have to do things quickly. That means that you have to start figuring out how can I maximize my time. That means starting to hire people so you don't have to do certain things. That means ordering Uber Eats sometimes so you don't have to go out of your way. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that when you start owning your business, you have to start buying your time back. You have to start doing things that can get you most of your time, right? So Shauna got upset that I didn't respond to her that day. Sweetheart, I'm going to give you your reading, right? But what you have to understand is that you did not pay me enough to get a level of urgency out of me. I had a rule for everybody to get their stuff at a timely manner, and you did not follow the timely manner. So I want you to understand, somebody said at that point, I would have refunded her. I DM'd her. I said, hey, what do you want to do? But my thing is just, when you do something for cheap, now, if I would have had somebody pay me $280 or $350 for a reading, do you know that those people would have waited a week for their reading? Do you know those people would have waited 2 weeks for their reading? Now, I want you to understand, Shauna is not wrong, though. This was Shauna's first time in my life. This was Shauna's first time in my life, and she did not know, hey, can I trust this online person? So this is not to bash. This is to look at both perspectives. This is to look at both perspectives. I understand. There's a lot of people on the internet. You pay the money, you're not getting your shit. But I still have my perspective about things, right? So now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because guess what? You have to learn how to defend yourself aggressively sometimes, especially when you know people are coming at you in a way that's not congruent with how you view yourself. What that means is somebody tried to tell me to be humble. So I had to defend myself aggressively because, number one, you cannot allow people to try to shift your perspective on yourself. That's something Kanye West taught me. I will crash out and I will react and I will respond when it comes to people trying to get you to view yourself at a smaller level. People will literally try to persuade you to think differently about yourself. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that some people will try their hardest to persuade you to view yourself the way that they view you? But you want to know what's crazy? Nobody can tell you how to view you because guess what? Nobody spend time with you all the time. Nobody knows the work that you put into yourself. Nobody knows that maybe you spend 3 hours on your hair. Nobody knows that you fucking steam your clothes at 5 a.m. and then you go to yoga and then you don't tell me to be humble when I invest in myself the way that I invest in myself, but I'm not telling you to be arrogant either. There's a beautiful balance in between. You don't start shit, but you don't also take shit. You don't take no shit. And the reason why you're watching this live is because, yeah, you're spiritual, but something about that love light shit don't sit right with you. Something about that turning the cheek all the time don't sit right with you. There's still a little spice to you that you're not ready to sacrifice. And I don't think you should because guess what? Our ancestors were not fucking hippies. Our ancestors were warriors. Our ancestors, and when I say savages, don't think I mean savages like how the oppressor try to make us think we're savages. No. Our ancestors were savages, meaning that they were able to sacrifice. They were able to go out in the woods and face certain battles that certain people today would never, ever try to face. Some of our ancestors, listen, I'm just talking now. I may not be 100% fact, but last time I checked, our ancestors was standing in the face of lions and shit. Last time I checked, our ancestors was out here taming fucking elephants, riding elephants and shit. That's savage. You know how brave you have to be to look an animal in the eye and want to tame it. But now what I need you to do is I need you to learn how to stop suppressing that beast inside of you and learn how to use it. You're not going to get nowhere in this world, because this is, as much as you want to say this is city life, it's still nature. It's still nature. It's still human nature. And one thing about humans still have animalistic instincts. And a lot of y'all have been taught to demonize that beast inside of you. Let me give you an example. My melanated people, you had to teach yourself how to come off more softer, because they've made us think that we come off aggressive. No, we don't come off aggressive. We just intimidate you. That's all. You know what I'm saying? The enemy is attracted to us and is in disgust of us at the same time. Did you hear what I said? The enemy is attracted to you and disgusted by you at the same time. You know what I call that? Envy. I called that envy. You get what I'm saying? Now, what I want you to understand is that, let's get back to the friends conversation. All right. Because I recognize that I had a whole epiphany. And like, I know this may seem raw. You may be like, damn, or that's how you think about your friend. Yes. And I tell her too, like, bro, what are you doing? You get what I'm saying? But my thing is just like, some people are meant to be the help and some people are meant to get help. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. You just got to understand, not everybody is meant to be a boss. Not everybody is meant to call those shots. Not everybody want that kind of pressure. You feel me? My friend gonna be all right, though. My friend gonna be all right. My friend gonna be all right. Some people need to see you do it. Some people need to watch you, and you don't teach them. Just let them watch you. They'll pick it up. That's the problem. Sometimes us trying to teach somebody actually gets in the way of them learning. Sometimes they need to just watch you work. Watch you not live the life that they live. And they'll make a change. Because when they see you somewhere else and they're like, damn, she was trying to tell me, but I'm still here. Da, da, da. They'll start picking it up. And if they don't, then you really know. Then you saw the curls. You saw the then they really know. Nitra said, watch as I do, baby. That was so smooth. What was your sign, Nitra? That was too smooth. What you is? That was smooth. Watch as I do, baby. That I feel like I heard your voice when you said that, Nitra. What's your sign, Nitra? Sagittarius. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I just knew it. I just knew it. But yeah, man. Another thing I want to say too is that, like, I used to feel like I was a bad person because I would separate myself from people who didn't see things the way I saw things, or who weren't on my level. I used to think that there was something wrong with it, right? And let me tell you something. I've had periods where I was really high, right? And I had periods where I was really low, right? And let me tell you something. You would think when I'm in the periods when I'm really low, I would start hanging out with those people again, right? Let me tell you something. No. I still felt like I'm not supposed to be here. Because let me tell you something about people. Some people are so comfortable doing certain things every day that I could never feel comfortable doing. And you know what's the crazy part about it? They know that is not good for them. They know they shouldn't be doing it. They know. Isn't that crazy? People will do things that are not good for them, and they know it's not good for them. It's a difference if you don't know. Because once somebody tells you, you'll change it, right? Some people will continuously do things even though they know it's not good for them. YouTube, how we looking, YouTube? How we looking, YouTube? How we looking, YouTube? You feel me? So, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to talk about that. You say, is it like their physical representation of what I don't want to be? No, it's not their physical reputation. It's their habits. It's how they carry themselves. It's the habits. How are you today? Honestly, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I just had to come on here and chat about this. So, and I recognize, you know what? I need to just spend some time by myself, getting in my own energy again. Because what I recognize is that we underestimate how easily influenced we are. We underestimate how easily influenced we are. Can we get to 100,000 likes, y'all? We underestimate that. We think that we'll hang around somebody and like, nah, I'm not finna do that like them. I'm not finna act like them, until you take a couple days later and you start eating the same fast food as them. You start drinking the same drinks as them. Because guess what? You're going to the same stores with them. So you're going to have no choice, but you're going to just be like, you know, fuck it, I'll just get this. And then you won't realize how you start drinking more sugar and shit like that. It's normal over here to start your day with sugar and candy and all this unhealthy shit, that you think that there's nothing wrong with it. You get what I'm saying? Which is why I'm telling you, you have to be strict with your mental diet, your spiritual diet. And what that means is some people can no longer come around you no more because of what it cost you. I started hanging out with some people that just didn't care about their diet as much. So I stopped caring about my diet as much. Because guess what? Fuck it. We fuck it. We at Wingstop right now. Damn, fuck it. Like, damn. Like, we all here because we just finished doing this. So now we all came to Wingstop to hang out. And guess what? You cave in. Thank you, Miss Toya, for the rose. Thank you, Yashia, for the rose. And yeah, you could beat yourself up for not being, disciplined. But at the end of the day, you should have beat yourself up the moment that you got into the environment with that person. Because the moment you got into the environment with that person, all rules were off of the table. Because the moment you get into the room with that person, you're going to be like, oh, fuck it. We all here anyways. Let me just get something to eat. Thank you, the gleefully. Thank you, Black Barbie. You get what I'm saying? So be mindful of the people that you hang around. Be mindful of the people that you spend time with. Ori, I got a client after a long time after watching your lives these couple of days. Thank you. You're welcome. What if environment is family you live with? Everything I say still stands. Because guess what? Thank you, Aaliyah, for the heart puff. Because guess what? It be especially family. You done told your family, I'm not eating pork, right? Let me tell you how family work. You tell your family, I'm not eating pork. It's not good for me. Da-da-da-da-da. Guess what your mama go do? Your mama go make some fucking pork chops. You say, Ma, I'm not eating pork chops. Girl, you better go figure something else out then. What the fuck? You couldn't just make me a little chicken on the side? No. You better go figure something else out or cook your own food. I'm trying to tell you, they set you up. So now you ain't got shit to eat. And the only thing you got is pork chops. You trying not to eat pork chops. You hungry as fuck. And guess what? To cook you a whole meal, you already hungry. Gonna take you another 30 minutes. So you know what you do? You go eat the pork chops. Yup, they say, you used to eat it. Why you don't want to? Let me tell you something. People do not like when you start setting new standards for yourself. People do not like that shit. Like, they feel a type of way about that shit. You feel me? But this all bleeds back into magnetism. I told you, for the next year, until 2025 of October, I will be talking about magnetism. And what I want you to understand is that you cannot be magnetic if you're spending time with people who don't have good energy. Your energy is going to become like their energy. It's going to be contagious, like an STD. You get what I'm saying? When you start making different decisions, you're going to vibrate outside of that circle that you're used to. When you start making energetic changes, you don't get along with the same people you used to. You know what ends up happening? This group of people that you used to hang out with, you start elevating beyond them, right? And then you start meeting a different group of people, more like-minded people. But let me tell you something. If you're having trouble finding your friends, y'all run up the likes on this live, y'all. Let's get it to 100K. If you're having trouble finding like-minded people is because you're afraid to outgrow the people that's around you. You're afraid to be the villain in their story for a little bit. And until you finally decide to outgrow these people, you're not going to see your new group of people who are more like-minded like you. And you're going to outgrow those people. You don't even want to be around them. Exactly. You don't even want to be around them. We almost at 100K on TikTok, y'all. Listen, y'all. If there's one thing I know how to do, I know how to level you up. And a lot of the leveling up that you need to do is mental. You know, there was this video that I watched today, and it was Luke Belmar. He said, I don't work for money. That's what he said. I don't work for money. I'm trying to find the video. I literally saw it on TikTok. Boom. Here we go. Y'all ready? Listen to this.
I don't work for money. Fuck that. I work for relationships. I work for network. I work for personal development. I work to provide services and goods and values to the marketplace. And if money comes as a return, as a byproduct, so be it. But to be working for money is to be working for what somebody else owns, because you don't own that money. I don't work for.
A lot of times the first thing that we need to change is the way we view things. Do you know that the way you view things automatically cuts you out of winning? Let me give you an example, okay? This is something that I talked about the other day. I was telling people, you know, and I really have y'all noticed that when it comes to me talking about things, I really like to break things down to like the bare minimum. So what I want to tell you is, let me teach you how much I can shift your perspective, okay? Let's talk about it. If you want to be wealthy, okay, that means that you have to also get good at earning money when you're working, but you also have to get good at earning money when you're sleeping. When you're sleeping. Now, here is the problem with people who cannot make money while they're sleeping. They have completely judged themselves by how much they are productive and how much they work. So if they did not get up to work today, they don't feel worthy of money. They don't feel worthy of, you know what I'm saying? And worthiness is so big when it comes to manifesting or earning or attracting things. If you don't feel worthy of it, you're not going to get it. You're not. So if you only feel worthy of making $11 an hour, that's where you will be stuck at. But you see how your worthiness and you making money has nothing to do with anybody else, but has everything to do with how you view yourself. Right? So when you rest, you make yourself feel bad. When you rest, you feel guilty. How is a person who makes themselves feel guilty when they rest ever supposed to make money when they're sleeping? You see how that works? You see how you have mental programs within your mind that stop you from winning? Okay? Now, there's somebody on Instagram who gained 2 million followers in 18 months. Right? But you have set in your mind that it's going to take 8 years for you to blow up, and that's why you don't want to start. Do you see how your mindset holds you back so much? Because you have already predetermined beliefs. You have beliefs that completely conflict with your manifestations and the things that you want. You think money is evil, but you want to be a millionaire. You think making money is evil, but you want to be a millionaire. Clearly, we don't want to be evil. So you see how that belief of money is evil, the root of all evil is money, money is the root of all evil. You see how having that thought completely takes you out of the ability to have lots of money? You see that? You see how you thinking being selfish is wrong causes you to have terrible boundaries. You see that? You see how your belief system affects how you react to things, how you act, how you move. If you believe being selfish is a bad thing, you will never know how to protect yourself. Some of it comes from the trauma of parents making you feel guilty for it. Didn't we just talk about the trauma that my mom went through with my father is why she wants me to be humble? Didn't we talk about that? You see that? You see that? I have a gift. I have a gift. Let me tell you what the gift is. Just a little quick let me tell you what the gift is. I have the ability to explain things before they come full circle. I have an ability to understand things and energy before they come full circle. Does that make sense? And I want y'all to understand, it's very hard to try to take energy and articulate it in words that are understandable by people. Like, for example, right? We're talking about limiting beliefs and how having certain limiting beliefs can cause you to not be successful. But at the beginning of this live, I talked about how my parents' trauma caused me to have to be humble. Now we're talking about something completely different, and it still connects to the beginning point that we talked about in this live. And I want you to understand that that is not a work of me. That is a work of my ancestors. Only your ancestors, only God could put you in such divine timing like that, that you don't even know that everything you're doing is connected. And that's why it's important that a lot of y'all get more into your flow. A lot of y'all been overthinking. And how are you going to ever let God work through you if you're overthinking? I didn't hear that part, wasn't here yet. See, but now that makes it even more powerful because you just brought in something that we talked about earlier. And what it makes me realize is that we already talked about that energy. That energy was already in this live and you picked it up. It's like we could talk around something and you could pick up exactly what I'm saying without me hitting it directly on target. Because guess what? Energy is not easy to articulate because some things are beyond words. Words were made to limit us. Universe is abundant. How one person make money does not take away from another to make money. I'm so glad you said that. Because some people have a hard time believing that lack is not real because of the things that they see. But you cannot trust everything that you see. They told you Africa was completely poor. And yes, there are parts of Africa that are not as quote unquote abundant. But again, it's not because Africa is a place that doesn't generate abundance. It's because of what man does. So even the places that they want you to think are so filled with poverty isn't filled with poverty because there's not an abundance within the nature. It's because of man. So therefore, the land is abundant. You just got people stealing. So what I'm trying to make you aware of is that there is more than enough. But number one, they will steal. Okay. And number two, they will project imagery on you to make you think that that aspect or that realm or that world isn't abundant. For example, our dollar isn't backed by gold anymore. It's just digits now. It's just digits now. So what that means, in your little bank account, they could just easily type up some digits and your bank account numbers could go out the roof. So how is there not enough? Who is the world indebted to? They try to say Earth is in debt. Think about this. Think about this shit. Think about this shit they tell you. Let me tell you how they promote lack energy to you. They'll tell you they'll tell you that the economy is about to crash. The economy is about to crash, right? Do you know that in your reality, the economy will crash if you accept that economy is going to affect you? Because the economy crashing is a manifestation projection that they are sending out into the world, that if they can get enough people to believe in it, to create fear from it, and to inevitably embody it, it will happen in their world. It's almost like you have a TV, right? And you can tune to that channel. If I didn't tune to that channel, I didn't see the show. I was watching a different show. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of times people are going through such miserable things in their life because that's all they think about. That's all they think about. So they're tuning into that show. They're tuning into that station. They're tuning into that frequency. What frequency are you tuning into? And that's why I don't watch the news. Oh, girl, we never watch the news. When I watch the news. And do you want to know what's so funny? TikTok news is so different from CBS news. And then another thing I recognize too is that the news, they have a script that multiple news networks follows. So who's writing the script? And this script that they're writing, really listen to what I'm about to say. This script that they are writing, they are hoping that you accept it into your life, because guess what? The script is how you write your movie. But if you accept someone else's script with emotion, it will become your movie. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm checking y'all comments right now. Listen, y'all. Let me tell you something. My magnetism class, I keep trying to tell you, we got over 300 people in the magnetism class. Everybody's been telling me that they've been enjoying it. And I'm glad you are, because honestly, I feel like my life has changed since I've started to focus on energy. And that's the biggest thing that I want to teach people here, is that you no longer have to focus on the physical realm. You're going to work on the physical realm. You're going to do what you need to do. But a lot of y'all don't realize that the physical realm is ruled by your spiritual and your energetic realm. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And a lot of y'all don't like the life that you're living because of the things that you accept and the things that you think. You get what I'm saying? So I want everyone right now, if you're looking to join my magnetism class, all I need you to do is DM me your birthday to join. DM me your birthday. Somebody said, my problem is I know what I need to do, but I'm scared to make moves. Scared. That's the only thing that sticks out to me when I read that comment. Scared. So you're embodying fear. Wow. Not my camera turning off. You see that? My camera turned off when I said that. Listen, man, they said I'm talking too much. Hold on. Let's get this going. They said I'm talking too much. Y'all see this always happens when I'm trying to motherfucking spit some game on y'all boys. Hold on. This always happen when I'm trying to spit some fucking game to y'all, man. Y'all see that? Everyone I'm around always speaks negative, and I started becoming that. And that's the thing. You cannot be around people who only speak negativity. Hold on, y'all. I'm fixing it. Hold on, y'all. They always try to do this, bro. And you're not gonna convince me. Video preview. What? Like what? That's so crazy. You see that? You see that? Crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I could. You know what? I got a different camera. Don't even worry about it, baby. I got a different camera. One thing about me, I got backups. One thing about me, I always got backups. Uh-oh, you saw that? Like, come on. That's crazy, man. Listen, man, like I said, y'all make sure y'all DM me to join. Uh-oh, are we back? See, this is ghetto. This is ghetto. Why all of a sudden? You see that? Why all of a sudden my shit start tweaking? Now my shit frozen. Like, what the fuck? Y'all see that, right? Y'all can still hear me though? Y'all can still hear me though? Hold on. I'm gonna restart this. Stay here. Do not leave. Do not motherfucking leave. Hold on. We finna fix this. Don't leave. Don't leave. We having a good conversation. Don't leave. Don't leave. Hold on. Hold on. Don't leave. It's about to turn back on. It's about to turn back on. It's about to turn back on. Oh my God. Why do y'all always do this? They be hating so bad, bro. So bad. They be hating so bad, bro. Like, it don't make no sense. Listen, man, let me tell you something. Y'all see this? I be speaking too much facts sometimes. I'm giving too much game sometimes. Listen, man, while everybody's waiting for me to get this shit together, y'all DM me y'all birthday to join the Magnetism class. See how it's acting? See how it's acting? See how it's acting? See how it's acting, bro? Like, you know what's crazy? Where can I DM you? DM me on TikTok or Instagram. You know what's crazy? For me to have such good quality, it's like, why the fuck my shit always tweaking like this, though? I might have to restart the live. No kizzy. I might have to restart the live. I might have to restart the live. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Y'all gonna come back if I restart the live? Y'all gonna still be here if I restart the live? Cause this is crazy how they hating on I ain't even a young nigga. And they hating on a nigga. I ain't even a young nigga, and they hating on a nigga. Y'all said we don't have to see you. Baby, I'm a Scorpio. Don't work like that. I need you to see me, baby. All right, I'm finna restart it. Cause it's not working. Like it keep, and then when y'all do see me, it freeze. Okay, I'm finna restart it. All right. Listen, everybody, listen. I'm finna restart it. I need y'all to come back. All right. Okay.